she's a female. There are no two. It is either male or female.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. You are a transgender.
What shows that I'm gay?
You are a transgender, and you're a gay rights activist and an outspoken lesbian, homosexual. How can I describe you? We're looking at the raging debate. You're a gay rights activist. Why should someone be gay? You're having a girlfriend.
Yes.
Do you perform the natural obligations?
I'm not sexually active right now.
So what are you doing with this lady?
By choice.
By choice.
Yeah. I've chosen not to engage.
Doesn't that make you gay?
What do you mean, doesn't that make me gay? I am male and attracted to a female.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
So who is gay?
I told you I'm a human rights defender.
Yeah, I'm glad she's talking about for everyone. It's a she. You see, I know her.
This gentleman is a
No,
transgender.
she's a female. There are no two. It is either male or female.
Homosexuality in this country.
I told you it's not homosexuality.
What is
I
it?
do human rights.
Protect
life.
You ask
And
sodomy,
life
she said human rights. We said sodomy, she said gay. We ask Ebisiyaga, she said sexual minorities. Confusion of the highest order. If for 3 years they have opened court cases against me, they have spoken evil against me, they have
We
called
do not
me,
have a court case against
they
you,
threaten
Senator.
death.
We
I've
don't.
received death threats. But this is the confusion. They say to be a sodomite is to be happy. No, me I'm anti-sodomy. Then wanyisa bisiyaga, sirwanyisa abantu basanyufu.
And I'm anti-sexual violence.
Takyabatasobola kyogera.
Which is talking
Ekyokubiri,
about.
kankubuulire.
There, when it comes to violence,
Kankubuulire.
we're on the same page.
Why don't you fight for heteros as well?
What do you mean?
Heterosexuals.
What do you mean? Fight for
Takimanyi
homosexuals.
nakimanya.
What do you mean fighting for
for
homosexuals?
their rights? Yeah, for their rights.
They are so. I am a human rights defender. I'm
Owuliriza,
not limited.
sodomy
I am not
defender.
limited.
You
I
are
am
an
not
activist
limited.
for LGBTI.
I am an
Lesbians,
activist.
gays,
Bisexual, abo bonna bagwagwa.
transgender, and intersexuals.
Ono yabakwatira
Let me tell
bendera.
you something.
Where's the H?
Hello family, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as you have seen guys in the video, we'll be talking about the alphabet community, the LGBT community. Now, one thing that we need to realize is that us on the continent here in Africa, we have got values, we have got tradition, and we have got the community which are guided by these values and tradition that we have in our communities. So with all due respect, I emphasize, I speak this with all due respect. You cannot enforce a culture that you practice on a different kind of people. If you practice, it's your culture, if it's your tradition to be Steve with Steve, to be with Monica and Angela, that does not mean that across the globe. You cannot enforce a practice on a people. Same applies. I cannot come to Europe. I cannot come to America and start saying each and every man should get a second wife or a third wife and try to enforce polygamous marriage as a norm in those places. The issue has to be dealt with respect, has to be dealt with setting and respecting other people's boundaries. We know that America and Canada and England are the ones who are in the forefront and putting or pushing this agenda, trying to force it on us as Africans. It is just now popping its head again in recent times. They have been trying to push this on us for a long time, and we have been rejecting. We have been pushing back. We have been saying no to your crazy ideologies. Different names, rainbow community, alphabet, what. These practices that you put, which are social constructs, are not to be taken or forced or pushed on the continent. We believe in heterosexual. We are heterosexuals. We believe in the norm of a family. We believe in the norm of raising kids. We believe in the norm of a father and a mother. We believe in the norm of a male being a father figure, or a male adult which is a man, or a female adult which is a woman, coming together, starting up a family and procreating in order to advance or continue with the lineage of our ancestors. So what happens is, if you push the agenda of John and John, or Miracle and Miracle, or Anna and Anna on us, it simply prevents us from procreating, prevents us from increasing the population of the continent, stopping us from practicing what our forefathers and ancestors used to practice. Of which, when you do that, it goes against us, against our conscience, against our tradition, against our practices. So if that is how you practice, or if that is how you do your things, stick with that on your own. Don't force it on us. There is no way we are going to agree to something which we deem or see as an abomination. Now, people will be saying, but they are there in the African continent, they are there, why are you persecuting? We are not persecuting anyone. We cannot allow a few individuals, few rotten eggs, spoil the party for everyone. For we know these guys, or these individuals, they are being sponsored by America. They are being sponsored by Canada. They are being sponsored by England. They are being sponsored by Europe, in order for them to penetrate and cause this rot to engulf our continent. And we are not going to allow that. Why can't you respect our tradition, respect our values, and we respect your tradition, you will respect your values. If you don't want to procreate or increase your population in your continents or in your countries by marrying John and John, so be it. We believe in the commandment of the Most High. Now, we know that now that there is this thing of human cloning, of which in America is on a rampage, it's on a rampart, it's on a rise. And there are people in America who have been cloned not even knowing that they are cloned. So they are trying to replace the natural way of doing things and making people in test tubes. Making people who don't have a conscience and a soul. That is why when you see people mistreating other people, someone has $10 billion, can't even help people sleeping in the streets. Someone has got 11 point something billion dollars, can't even help people to get proper housings. People, they are in the streets, being filled in California streets, in LA streets, sleeping as homeless people, and yet it does not bother people who've got money to help these people. Why? They don't have a conscience. They don't have that humanity to help people. And most of these are clones, people without emotion, people without Ubuntu. And that is contradicting us as a people, as a race, from practicing these things. So you would rather prevent the natural way of doing things and replace it with a text cube. Experiment, scientist experiment. We know the world is evolving, and people, they are calling us countries in Africa as third world countries, because we have refused to evolve, as they call it, evolving. We are not you guys. If that is your practice, which is abnormal, which you think is normal, continue doing it. But please, don't enforce it on us here on the continent, here in Africa, because us, we are not going to accept that.
We equally reject attempts to prescribe new rights that are contrary to our values, norms, traditions, and beliefs. We are not gays. Cooperation and respect for each other will advance the cause of human rights worldwide. Confrontation, vilification, and double standards will not.